Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 29 of GLW Perimeter. I'm Weekly's Death, and to my left,
I'm Ghostblade.
and to my right,
I am Mayano.
and this episode is called Lil Nitro Challenge, which, if you stick around for the end of the video, or close to the end, we're going to be doing the one gummy bear challenge. But until then, we still have our show to do. We would do it now, but we don't want to be dying.
No, they gonna die.
Yeah.
So you see these boxes right here? That's what we're doing, me and Weekly.
Yep. Well,
So 9 mil on the hot spectrum, which is like what? Equivalent of how many peppers?
I should know this. I don't remember.
I'll look it up, but yeah. So we'll be doing that at the end.
Yeah. But don't worry. You will see fear, and we will see God.
That's what scares me.
Yeah. This episode will...
Is God a waifu?
I hope.
That would be okay.
This episode is officially the first episode of the new season of...
The summer.
Yeah, summer. I drew a blank on there. We're catching up on last week because we did take a break for last week, and we're going to try to catch up as much as we can. Some shows took a break. Some shows have still not even come out yet. But some started up, and we're going to go as much as we can. Are you scared? Did you look up the scale?
Basically, we're talking about 2 of those.
Yeah.
2. So if pepper spray was edible, we're talking about 2 pepper sprays, and then where's a ghost pepper? We're probably talking about equivalent of like 15 ghost peppers in a gummy bear, a single gummy bear.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait. I'm afraid.
My asshole's gonna be burning. So as Weekly said, as to get back on track, yeah, we got some shows that haven't started yet, like DCTM, Nighthead, Nighthead 2041.
Technically Scarlet Nexus, but that's kind of like on a break. Same thing as My Hero Academia. The second episode just came out. The third episode, which is supposed to be the newest, will be next week, which we'll cover.
Yeah. And then I'm Standing on a Million Lives.
That one's a confusing one. I'm being told it's out, but it's having problems coming to being subtitled for other countries.
Okay. And then the ones that did come out was Dragon Maiden Season 2, Scarlet Nexus, the case study of Vanitas.
And how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom.
Yeah, so those ones came out. Those are the ones that we will be covering. A little news towards Marvel. The trailer has been launched for Star Wars Vision. I actually got to see a little bit into it because...
I thought you were going to say, what if?
No.
Well, you said Marvel.
Well, I'm going to go into everything.
Well, if you're going to say Marvel, I'm like, okay, you're talking about what if. I didn't think go straight to the start.
Technically,
Okay,
what ifs
so
are
sorry.
being spoiled because we have the trailer.
Actually, yeah. So actually, as technicality, when it comes to the comics, Marvel covers Star Wars. So technically, it's still Marvel.
Yeah.
It's just not part of the superhero universe that we all know and love.
Yeah. And the what if, in my opinion, is already being kind of spoiled because we had the first trailer out where they show off something. I won't say what it is. And they already announced, I can't remember if it was first 3 or 2 pops of what they're going to talk about in a couple episodes.
Yeah, so what if I'll get to after to go in a little bit more depth.
I mean, you say spoil, I say what to expect. Because at the end of the day, these are just like a what if scenario.
Theories.
Yeah. So with Vision of Star Wars, this will be made by 6 anime studios. They're all studios that are very well known for a lot of anime like Attack on Titan, Kill la Kill, and a few other ones because I don't remember the full list.
I'm so excited.
With this show also, it will have an anime style to it, and it's not going to be anything in particular to the timeline. Like it is going to be all over the place. It's not just
Technically, it's like the first thing ever Star Wars that's like it's its own story.
I think it's just their own story.
well, yeah. So it's
like
supposed to
something
be
that doesn't involve the Skywalker.
yeah. So this is going to be kind of like Kenobi's story, a few other people's story. Like it's going to be a mixture. It's not just going to be a straight like one particular thing within Star Wars that we all know.
Yeah.
The Marvel What If, though, as Weekly said, it is more of a theory kind of thing because if you have read a few of the comics, it's like instead of the Avengers, what if it was the Guardian of the Galaxies in a whole nother area? Doctor Strange already being who he is, but just a little bit more of a different way of going about it than what we saw or what we know in the comics. A couple of I think there's a Spider-Man thing. I know from what I remember seeing, they're going to do the Marvel Zombies, which I actually can't wait for because that's going to be really cool to kind of finally see in light of everything.
Yeah.
I think what caught my eye was Captain Carter, Peggy.
Yeah.
T'Challa with the Ravagers. That one also caught my eye. And then Killmonger saving Tony from that same accident. Those are the ones that really caught my attention.
Have you not seen the Pops?
Well, I was shown the one with Killmonger in the Ultron's head.
Yeah.
And then I did see Zombie America.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I know that was
the
one
Marvel
of them.
Zombie.
Yeah, I know that was one of them.
Yeah.
So what Marvel is doing is actually going to be pretty good, including Star Wars. We haven't really got much mention on anything else that they're doing. I did the one news that towards Star Wars I actually finally remember by talking about Star Wars. They released an article talking about the Boba Fett journal that they're going to do.
Oh,
From
the
what
Book
we
of
saw,
Fett?
yeah. Basically, from what they were saying, this will be bloody, this will be gory, and this will have basically no filter because of how the book was produced and on how basically the story of Boba Fett was supposed to be.
It needs to be true Boba Fett after Star Wars 1313 got canceled so long ago.
Yeah, so when Boba Fett's journal comes
13.
out,
1313 was the origin story of Boba Fett after the Clone Wars of like Boba Fett as a teenager to him as an adult.
Wasn't that like the game?
Yeah, but it got canceled.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
It was supposed to show how he got his father's armor back instead of like how they did it.
That's right, man. That was a long time.
yeah, but expect that when Star Wars comes out. We have no movies and we have no games because everything's been kind of quiet movie-wise.
Tomorrow is Black Widow.
Tomorrow's Black Widow, so we'll try to watch that and have it ready for the next show.
Yep.
And then...
Well, before we end on the news, well, are you done? I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, like, a few of the other movies will be like Space Jam 2 because we grew up with the original, so we're going to see this to
Space
see
Jam's
what the
next
difference is, yeah. And then there was a couple other movies that I saw that I'm probably going to try and watch, but...
The only thing I know movie-wise is next month the My Hero Academia movie comes out
Yeah.
in Japan, but I can't find it for...
The U.S. probably won't get it until like 6 or 9 months after.
Yeah.
Basically like what happened with Demon Slayer Train.
Yeah.
So... But as you were about to go, Ghost.
Well, no, I was just going to point out other trailers that have come out that might or might not interest people. Well, I'm just going to get out the horrendous one out of the way, the big Clifford trailer.
Oh, I saw that one. I was like, no.
That looks like an antidepressant ad, to tell you the truth.
I when I saw that, I was like, please no.
I tell everybody I see is like, unless this is like Clifford versus Godzilla, I don't care. Like, what has Clifford done in any of the books other than learning?
Just be a dog.
Yeah. It's just,
Like
That
I
could
said-
talk.
Like I said, horrendous. This is still Hollywood trying to capture that old nostalgic old shows and put them on the screen.
yeah.
Still, for whoever's interested on the Addams Family, you know the sequel
Addams
trailer.
Family?
Yeah, the Addams Family. The sequel trailer also just came out.
Oh my God, again.
Yeah, watching the first one, I'm like, it was like okay, you know, it wasn't really nothing to like hype.
I'm not mad. I like the Addams Family. It's just I feel like there's so much of it in the last 10 years that didn't need to come out because we had the animated one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else. But like I know there was the anime. Didn't they do a real live action or?
Yeah, they've redone it so many times that it is what it is at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's out there. It looked, again, also okay-ish. So but nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
And the one people are probably going to be talking about a lot more is Disney's new movie trailer.
Which is?
It literally showed up today. It's their newest movie called it's a Spanish Encanto, which translates to charm. And basically, it is a setting of
reminds me. Sorry, go ahead.
What I can already tell from they just showed off is the setting is Colombia, and basically we have this family with unique magical abilities that they're all just a big happy family, and they help around whoever they can. And then we have the main protagonist, who is just a normal girl, and who has to put up with all this magical stuff. But yeah, it's already getting a lot of. I can see why it's called charm, because it already is showing a lot of charm. Like the colors are crazy. The music is already pretty catchy already too. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm excited. I have been excited ever since they've been starting more of the Latin community movies.
Yeah,
I've been more and more excited every time. Was it for? Yeah, that was it for the trailers.
Yeah, the only other news that we have that's already kind of been out for a while on Netflix, 7 Deadly Sins Part 1 of the final season is on there, and then they made another movie for Gundam towards the original series, the origin of like the beginning of Gundam.
Yeah.
To continue on their story, and then I honestly I don't want to butcher the name.
You gotta pull it up.
Yeah.
I don't think Netflix updated much other than that.
No. I finished it. It was actually really good. It was just it's 6 episodes. It's kind of that one.
Tres? Is that? I want to say it's Tres, but I could be wrong.
Well, basically it's spelled as Trese. It's basically about a family that is like peacekeepers between the supernatural and the human world.
Yeah.
And this takes place in Mexico. Like it's in English, but you're gonna find like terms that it is towards that area.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good for 6 episodes. I kind of wish it was a little bit longer to kind of show a couple, maybe like go into a little bit more depth on a couple things, but it's a lot of, if you watch this, it's a lot of back and forth between the past when she was growing up as who she is, and then the present where she has to deal with the, I don't trust you, you look like your dad, but you're not your dad. So, it kind of brings in conflict of this, that, and the other kind of thing.
Yeah.
But on 7 Deadly Sins, we have finished it, but we're going to actually do the whole series together. In the present where she has to you're good. We're going to do it all together in one big deal. It is 24 episodes, so within a couple weeks or so, we'll actually talk about the final season of 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah.
But to actually finally get started on the show, since that's kind of it on the news.
I also forgot, Nintendo Switch, how do you say it, OLED?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch OLED got announced.
Yeah, the OLED.
Yeah.
Which is basically their pro version.
Which is supposed to have like the 4K capability and all that.
People have been mixed about it from what I've seen.
The most common complaint I've seen about it is like it doesn't have 4K in handheld mode. It's like, what?
Why is that a big issue?
And like one thing I do kind of agree is now it finally has a land option with the docking station. I'm like, my knowledge with the Wii U is very vague. I know my sister had the Wii U. I never messed with it.
I never did either.
I did not know the Switch did not have a LAN option, but I mean, people are upset that it's coming back. I'm like, well, okay, why? And you can't expect 4K in handheld, even though most of the newer iPads have 4K right now. It still is relatively new for handhelds.
But that's the thing. Even for stuff that's 4K, it's not always great. Even if it's 4K, it's not great quality because most handhelds are not meant to put out that.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're a scalper trying to get the new Switch, jump off a cliff.
And sometimes, sometimes between like 1080 or 4K, sometimes I can't even tell the difference, honestly.
No, you really can't because there's really, honestly and truly, other than more pixelation and probably a little bit of a more crystal clear image in certain spots, honestly and truly, I hate this debate, but there's no difference in between the qualities. It's a little bit cleaner, it's a little bit brighter, there's more pixelated, so it covers the picture better. Other than that, there is no difference between 4K and 1080p.
By law, I'm not allowed to say anything since I'm a PC guy.
Well, I'm a PC guy now too, but I'm still going to stand by. I'm still going to stand by what I say because from what I've seen at a Blu-ray DVD going from 1080p to 4K, that's what I stand by.
Yeah.
There's not much of a difference unless, like I've seen between my TV, which I have a Vizio, and then a crystal clear HD Samsung curved TV, I can see the difference. But when it comes to the 4K and 1080p, there's really no difference.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's not. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's really the monitor that displays it out. It's not the actual setting itself. If the display can handle more than 4K, then it's going to put out that. But if it can't, then I don't know. Yeah.
It's an upgrade Switch version. That's all it is. They can't expect the next generation right now.
No,
There's no reason.
Honestly, I'm happy that the Pro's coming out. If I didn't already have a Switch, I would probably get the Pro, but because I have a Switch and I'm happy with the Switch I have, I'm not going to worry about it.
I just love how much I'm sticking with my word. I've said I wasn't going to get a Switch until a Metroid Prime game comes out, and the new Switch comes out the same day as Metroid Prime.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so I'm happy.
Speaking of games, State of Play put out theirs. Sony put out their State of Play today.
Did they?
Yeah. You are not missing much.
I figured.
It was like 45 minutes, and I just skimmed through it. The only thing I remember literally just skimming through it was Death Stranding's director's cut.
Oh, you talking about White's comment? I saw it.
Yeah.
I was about to say something about it.
So White was like, why is Disney always giving us movies about magic? He was like, I just want a family movie.
Really? Disney? Magic? Gee, I wonder. Okay, moving on.
So to actually finally get into the show, we're going to talk about the TV shows first.
Wait, man, I was talking about the State of Play real quick.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
No, yeah. What? We will have this discussion later. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Death Stranding's director cut announced. Whoever's still liking that game. And new footage of the Demon Slayer game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did see that.
They did show the footage was of them going into the house with the kids, with the demon with the drums. That's what they showed off.
Nice.
And a bunch of indie games. Well, speaking of indie games, there's actually been a big debacle of indie developers they're just dumb putting up with Sony because of their rules and policies that they are facing with.
I don't blame them.
Good.
They even stated that it's easier to work with Nintendo or Microsoft at this point.
Good. Go to the correct side. I'm not saying this as an Xbox fan. I'm saying this because I cannot pronounce the head guy of Nintendo off the top of my head. But Phil Spencer is doing things right. He's doing what needs to be done, unifying gamers.
The Nintendo guy, I remember his last name being Bowser, which is ironic.
Yeah, I'm not going to say.
I think it's Craig.
I think it's Craig.
I think it's Craig Bowser.
But either way, like, indie people that are going over to Microsoft and PC and Nintendo, well, PC's Microsoft, but good. I commend you on doing that because Nintendo and Xbox or Microsoft will give you the freedom that is needed and will help you get to that point.
All we demand is crossplay.
Yeah, like give us crossplay between PC, Microsoft, and Nintendo. And honestly, whatever you put out, I'll give it a chance and I'll play it. because that's what I do with movies. Even the lowest, like I'm talking about the lowest budget. I'll give it a chance. I'll watch it if it has a good story. I'll watch it even if the graphics are, God, terrible as hell. There's only one movie I've turned off so far. Only one that I've turned off like within the first 10 minutes of the movie, and that was Guardians from Russia.
Oh god.
That was
the parody of Avengers.
that was so bad. I turned that off within 10 minutes.
I know what you mean.
I see it.
Like it was $3 at Walmart, so I was like, okay, cool, let me buy it. I bought it, watched it. Within 10 minutes, I shut it off and I threw that movie in the trash.
Oh god.
It was that bad. Like if it was in 4K and the story wasn't so like that, I probably would have gave it a chance. But the story is so fast, they move so quick. There's no explanation towards anything, and it's just constantly moving really fast. And it's just like, no. And the resolution was terrible. It was god awful. Like that's the only movie I've ever turned off that fast.
Dog Bowser, by the way.
Dog browser?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. But to get into the actual show now, TV shows. You want to get Loki or Bad Batch? Because Bad Batch only had one episode.
Let's talk about Bad because I'm honestly kind of forgetting about it because it was a week ago.
I'm with you on that. Bad Batch.
All I remember was like it was.
I remember like the main plot. It was Omega staying behind while.
I mean, that wasn't really the main plot.
Well, it was like.
It was her plot. That was her plot.
I don't remember the planet that they're on, but basically for Star Wars Bad Batch, they
went to a separatist planet.
Yeah, to save the senator.
Yeah, because the senator was supposed to apply with the Empire's new rules, allowed the Empire to do anything that they wanted and everything. And he was like, he was going for it, but then he started clicking in his head.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I am not here for the Empire. I am here for my people. But I need to take care of them.
But honestly, at the end of the episode, the Empire still got the planet. It's just that they're gonna have to come back and try to rebel.
So, by the way, this episode of Bad Batch is called Common Ground.
Yeah. So because of that happened in Star Wars Bad Batch. That was kind of like the main port of it. On the other half, so Omega was ordered to stand behind because Hunter didn't want her getting hurt or kidnapped again by bounty hunters because they're still hunting her. Mm-hmm. She basically became good friends with Sid, mm-hmm. and was like, all right, so I'm going to, like, how good are you at strategy games or gambling, basically, in their state? She proved to be, like, one of the best, and when Bad Batch gets back, they find the bar full of people gambling on a simple game.
Yeah.
No, what's important is that she was able to pay off their debt.
Well, yeah,
so they don't have to worry about that anymore.
Because of this, she pays off the debt. They are no longer in debt of what Sid. Yeah. I don't know why I was put. So
Skidman Marks had the debt.
Yeah. So now they're debt free. They saved a separatist senator, and basically tomorrow we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, it is every Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That was kind of like short, sweet. That was like Star Wars. It wasn't really anything major. It was, hey, you got a mission, go off, do this, come back, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think really the only thing I kind of got out of this is that it had that comedy relief a little bit, so it wasn't like serious, but it was.
Where?
With the droid.
Oh, with the vase and all that?
With the vase, just like luring in people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was funny. It had some of that comedy to it, which was nice.
Up to this day, the only droid I ever found funny was
Chopper.
No, he can be pretty funny, but no, generally make me laugh. Oh man, what's the guy's name from Rogue One?
Rogue One.
Yes,
Rogue One. Him. I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember his name.
The droid prison guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that got reprogrammed.
Oh, that one.
I forgot his fucking
I don't remember his name either.
But that's the one that really made me, in terms of droids overall. But
Yeah.
Next one is Loki.
Yeah. 2 episodes for Loki. First one's the Nexus event, and then yesterday's was called Journey into Mystery.
shit, we really didn't talk about 4.
What?
Episode 4.
That was last week. We didn't do last week's show.
That's right. Never mind.
Truthfully, last week's, all I can say is better than episode 3.
Yeah.
It was still kind of not groundbreaking, other than the ending of it, but
I was kind of annoyed with it almost, but at the same time, it was
I mean,
definitely a step up.
I like the conclusion of Mobius and Loki of finding common ground, of trying to actually get to the root of what is actually the TVA.
oh, before I forget, White, Loki Gator. He's literally in love with that alligator Loki.
I don't know why.
Which reminds me, since the newest episode was yesterday, Funko announced 4 new pops, and one of them is the Loki Gator.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
So, on the last episode,
It was just a bunch of Lokis.
well, so the ending, we see Loki's,
Yeah.
which you got the classic, the kid. I don't remember what they said.
Well, technically, the classic. So, the classic got debunked on who he is. He's the Loki that we've technically had throughout this entire time, except his version of his event is he didn't die to Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was able to escape,
Yeah.
but it turned out he isolated himself.
Yeah.
And as soon as he stepped off his planet, that's when the TVA came for him.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck you doing, boy?
Yeah, and White said put the Gator inside Avengers.
No.
But
I can see him in Guardians. I can see someone like Loki Gator as a Guardian.
yeah.
Just fighting Rocket.
Or chasing Groot, baby Groot. Oh no, teenage Groot actually.
Yeah, so last week, basically, Loki was running around TVA. Basically, trying to, convince people that, they're basically just regular people
The
that
TVA
was
is a
brought
lie.
there.
Basically,
Yeah.
the TVA is a lie, and then we confronted the timekeepers, and they turned out to be fake.
They were the machines. Skynet's taken over.
In the quantum realm?
Yes.
Yes, of course. And then so we just come to the conclusion we need to figure out who is actually
Behind
the
everything.
TVA. And then that's where we get to episode 5,
Which was this week's.
which whenever you get pruned with the TVA's I guess sticks.
It's like a
when
stick
you get
staff.
pruned, you
Stick or
actually
baton, same thing.
you don't actually die. You get sent into the void of the
end of
void
time.
of the void of time, which it all ends up there.
Which people are still decoding all those Easter eggs.
Let them.
The only thing we found throughout that whole episode is Deadpool's 100% confirmed because they found the Thanos chopper. There was a Spider-Man villain helmet in there. I don't remember what you call him, the Frog Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all I know for sure, because everyone still is trying to code that whole episode because there's a lot of Easter eggs in there.
Yeah. So yeah, with this one, it like Wakely said, it's just all that, and then
And with Sylvie's help, trying to find the mastermind. With Sylvie's help, they confronted this cloud entity, Elias. There we go.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna get into the name Elias, who's basically they come to find out that it's like a guard dog that's actually protecting, who is actually behind all this in a way.
yeah,
And hopefully we get to see. People are still wanting it to be Mephisto. It's like there's still people out there who still believe, like in some shape or form, Mephisto is involved somehow. And I'm like, I give up. Like you guys keep saying Mephisto, I'm getting tired, sick of hearing that name.
Yes and no. Like I don't think it's him, but it could be since this is Marvel.
They still have to stick to the comics somehow.
Yeah, so like it could be, and it's probably not. Like the kind of the thing I was just enjoying, besides like people trying to figure out like all the Easter eggs, was just like seeing every single Loki.
Oh my god, all the Lokis.
Yeah.
I like how they stick to their character. Like they just fucking backstab each other when they try to confront the king and all this. It's like, yeah, about that.
About that, I'm betraying you. Oh, about that, we're betraying you also. Oh, about that, I'm betraying that guy. Like, it almost...
That was funny.
It was funny, and it was almost a headache, because it was just like, okay, so you done this 4 or 5 times now? How many more times are you going to do it before it just finally breaks down into a fight, which it did?
I was not expecting the gator to take his hand.
That was funny.
That caught me off guard. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh,
I
shit.
mean,
I know it's a gator, but like, you know, I wasn't expecting them to actually do something like that.
to be honest, with like some movies in the past with gators, all I can think of is like a Happy Gilmore, where like gators take hands. Like
yeah.
what was his
Oh
name?
yeah,
I don't want to say Shooter. That was the main enemy.
yeah. Fuck, dude. I haven't seen the movie in so long, man.
Oh my god, it's gonna fucking piss me off.
Hey, so that's why we have IMDb, and you'd be like, hey, bro, go to IMDb real quick and look up.
No, you
Happy
know what?
Gilmore.
I think I came to a conclusion. I think it's just Disney trying to incorporate the Star Wars rule that you always must take a limb of some kind.
Oh, I hate you.
You must,
Chubbs.
a limb must always
Chubbs.
Chubbs?
That was his coach. That had the hand missing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Chubbs.
I was like thinking, there's no way it was that easy, but it was, what, the 90s, 80s? But
96.
96, yeah.
I was like, fuck, bro, I don't know. Yeah, so
yeah,
that whole thing Loki happens, and then
they confront Goliath. Classic Loki did a phenomenal job trying to distract it. And man, he's powerful.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because he's the oldest, so he may know the most when it comes to like his actual powers. That even our Loki like doesn't even know how his powers work.
I ain't saying that. We'll get censored for that, but yeah.
Is that white again?
No.
It's someone else. Just talking crap about Loki Gator, which you can see in the comments.
so that's really about it about Loki. So next week will be the final episode.
Yep.
And basically the grand finale to Loki until the next Marvel movie.
Real quick before we go to anime, just a little side note. Forever who I did watch just for the shits and giggles, I did watch the newest show that just came out from Disney Plus, Monsters at Work.
Oh,
This
okay.
is for the people who like, you know, if you still like Monsters Incorporated and all that universe. The show just came on, and just a little info about it. The main character is not Mike and Sully. It's like a new monster who got accepted already into Monsters Inc. as a scarer. Like what he doesn't know is that they're already in the transition of, you know, we don't scare anymore.
Well, they're changing from scares to laughter.
Yeah, like because here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. The show literally takes off like literally right after the first movie.
Really?
Literally. When I say literally, what happened at the end of the movie,
Right there.
It happened yesterday for them.
Huh.
So they're literally already in the transition of like, you know, we're looking for jokesters now, not scarers. And what I find more interesting is how is all this transitioning affecting everyone's lives and all that, because they have to improvise, they have to change a lot of things.
Kitty.
No, probably not. But that's what's probably it's in terms of the show so far, it's okay. You know, it's there. If you're still a fan of the whole of that universe,
All right.
but yeah.
So to anime,
Do you just want to finish off the last show of the season?
yeah, we have 2 shows that finally ended a couple weeks ago, which was Megalobox and Odd Taxi. Those are done. for a while. Well, actually, I think Megalobox is a series finale because the way it ended, it almost seemed like it was done.
Yeah, but they also made the first season a series finale, so I don't know.
Well, no, the way this actually played out, it seemed like it was done.
Yeah.
And then Odd Taxi,
I
it's debatable. It looks like it could go into a second season, but
it can't be with the same people. There's no way.
No, like, because we'll go into it a little bit more when we actually talk about it, but
Which one you want to start with first?
we'll probably start with Megalobox, but just a reminder, 3 of them has not started, and then 4 of them we have started, but
There's complications.
Nixon, Scarlet will probably be episode 2, which y'all could talk about. I'll eventually catch up with episode 3. Stand on a Million Lies, Complications, the other 2, they'll be talking about because I was having issues with Funimation when I was trying to watch them. So I will get caught up on those on my own time. But to start with Megalobox,
Which Ghostblade has the title because, again, it's in Spanish because every other episode's in Spanish.
this one they did in Spanish. It was a little bit more actually led to what
The style that they're doing.
the style and where the location's at, because it's not Japan with this anime.
Yeah.
So
Um,
this one was just fucking amazing.
it was. I'm not too upset on how they ended it.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not happy with who won the final fight.
Okay, so
I get why they did it.
yeah, that one was complicated, dude, because it's like you could have let it play out. Yes, Joe probably could have got seriously injured in Cody Mack, but I guess because of the conscious of everything and knowing what's going on with Joe,
Yeah.
it makes sense because with everything finally fixed, Sanji basically doesn't want to lose Joe, which is understandable, but at the same time,
Yeah.
but I think it was a little bit more of a meaning to that too, because
So if you didn't catch our code, Mac won the fight.
yeah, so Mac wins. But I think there was a reason for Mac winning too, because it was also kind of leading towards like his kid being proud of him.
Yeah. I feel like the whole point of Mac was like having him control BES because like he never went to Mac time during this fight.
He was on the urge.
I have no idea. All I see is the word wings repeated like 4 times. That's all I see.
From
what I can tell, like it's like wing this, wing this, wing this, wing this. I'm like,
we'll just call it this episode wing.
From what I can see, it's like someone the one that carries Sin flies with wings, and the one that carries Bliss is without wings.
Okay. It's got to involve that hummingbird.
Yeah, so the main mascot of season 2 for Megalobox was a hummingbird, and it was on Chiefs' gear too. So Mac wins. Everyone's happy. Basically towards the end, the CEO lady was like, "We're gonna make a change. We're gonna be better. We're gonna do it for the people." This, that, and the other. The guy with the glasses, he left. He just left.
Got the glasses.
The guy that was making the chips.
Oh, him, yeah.
He just left. Like, he got in the car and he just left. There was, like, no explanation why. Probably just because of what happened. You should kind of already put 2 and 2 together. And then, basically, Sanji leaves because he found a job.
He found a job that doesn't involve the ring, so he took Joe's motorcycle.
Yeah.
As his own.
And then Joe basically helps him out halfway because he was going to go visit Chief's grave and see everybody again. Mm-hmm. It's kind of where it ends, but we even get to see like the group meet up again, and like I guess more people are moving in.
Yeah, like the main. I'm not going to say bad guy. the corporation girl stepped down because of the whole thing that happened with BES, and she took all of the orphan kids and brought it to the gym, which is Team Nowhere, because it's like an orphanage training area. That's terrible to say. An orphanage gym that houses orphans and also trains people to become boxers if they want to.
Yeah, and then we also see Lou,
The other fighter that took Joe's title,
yeah,
Lou. Yeah.
Lou. We see him starting to train slowly and get back into the ring because he doesn't want to give it up, kind of thing. So the way it ended, it looks like it's a series finale. We will see. There could be a season 3.
We won't know for a while.
But I don't think so. I wouldn't hold my breath because Joe's done at this point, unless he becomes a coach and we kind of get to see like a...
Just like what Pops did?
Yeah, like a pupil fighter.
Yeah.
For Joe. Like, that's the only way I see it coming back into a season 3.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Other than that show is done now. It's off the list.
Yeah. And then the other one was Odd Taxi.
Which this episode's called Where To?
Yes.
This one was a lot of bombs.
It was.
That's truth bombs.
Truth.
Some scary. Some of them like, oh God, I'm scared.
Yeah, this one was definitely one of those like, holy hell kind of things. Because it definitely opened your eyes to a lot of things.
So basically, the first beginning half is like, we got Otokawa running from
the main
Yano and the police.
Yeah.
They were all chasing him.
Yeah.
Like, it just turned out to like this whole police car chase, and then we see all these characters with like their own little side stories that they're all dealing with.
It was basically just throughout the entire series.
Yeah,
Like,
basically, we
all
just
the
have
characters coming
You have
together.
all these characters, just coming together, ending their stories or starting new stories, and where they all meet up, basically.
Yeah.
And so, while Otokawa trying to run away from everybody, we have in the background we have a narration of what seems to be a kid. Yeah, what seems to be a kid telling his story, and then you start connecting the dots of like, is this Otokawa or like somebody else? Basically, like the story is starting to like intertwine with each other, but then we get to the big reveal.
Yeah.
Well, when Otokawa he went over a bridge and his car crashed, and then it was Shiku,
The girl?
the girl.
I don't remember her name. She wasn't really that important to me.
I'm saying somebody else's name. But yes, the llama. I don't say llama because
Hold on.
She's either a llama or an alpaca.
I thought she was just an alpaca.
Well, that's the thing. Like, though, I can never really tell the difference between a llama and an alpaca.
Well, especially when you start doing like the animation, they don't always.
But basically, she swims and gets him out of the water. Shirakawa. Yeah, her. But yeah, she saves him out of the water, gets him out, and then Otokawa's rushed to the hospital. But then that's where we get to the realization that why did everyone look like a animal that's because that was all in Otokawa's head. Because of the first accident he had with his parents' accident, where it did some damage to his brain, he saw everybody. That was all him. He saw everyone as an animal. Because from the narration in the background, that was like literally telling him his backstory. His backstory of like always him being bullied, his abusive parents, how he was always easier for him to talk to animals instead of people.
And he had like a major thing about animals. Like he was always reading books and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
And so with the first accident, that's where the mental damage came in. He always just saw animals. It was easier for him. But now with the second accident, that must have fixed whatever was going on with his brain, and now everyone looks normal. Everyone was normal from the beginning.
Yep.
Which started looking really weird.
Some of the characters I couldn't even recognize. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, oh shit, it's you.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was good. This was a very good anime overall.
Yeah.
And then basically the second half, we see
who the real killer is.
Yeah, oh my god, that's right. The the real killer who killed the first cat girl, was the second cat girl in the fucking mystery kiss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think what's scary about it is that she was really well at hiding it, and the fact that it was on purpose. She did this on purpose because she got cheated out of that part.
Yeah.
And she would do whatever it takes to achieve her dream. So she's the one that killed her. Oh my god, oh my god.
Well, hey, anyone's willing to do whatever it takes to get to a dream.
Apparently, yes. I'll fucking kill this bitch if I have to get out to this.
Well, it's everybody. It's not just her. Like, anyone at any time would go to that link to be like, I will get this part, kind of thing.
But I think what scared me the most about her is that when she got into his cab and then that smile, and then it's just like up to your imagination. It's like, does she kill him? Does she not? Who the fuck knows?
Well, that's what it's to go until season 2 comes out, or we just get told.
I think they're gonna end it there, and then it's up to the viewer's imagination, honestly. Yeah. Because a lot of people do that.
Well, yeah. I don't see this going for a season 2 with the way it ended, but at the same time, we really never know until it actually happens.
But some of the endings, Dobu did end up. Well, no, he did end up. He ended up in jail.
He ended up in jail, but I'm not going to say witness protection, but like much more secure jail.
Yeah, Dobu went to jail. What the fuck happened to Yano?
Yano,
the rapping guy. I
think he's already in prison.
Yeah, he's in prison.
Yeah. The guy with the dodo quit the game and went back to normal life with his work.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Kind of, yeah. Mystery Girl, main singer, she turned herself in, actually, because she couldn't live with the guilt. The Homo Sapiens comedy duo, they still kept going with their shit. Like, yeah, they kept going on with their stunt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the monkey, the one with the dad, I think he's like, he actually started working more. And
yeah, they didn't really show him.
Yep, they did. He was the one at the construction site.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just like now honest living. Like, no, I'm probably not gonna do this dating shit ever again. I don't know. Yeah. That was his story. Yeah, that was everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, that was everybody.
I think the most disappointing thing was the thing that was behind the door in his apartment. Just a fucking cat.
Oh.
That was the one of like, really? Just a fucking cat? Okay, whatever. Oh, this entire fucking season, like we kept wondering what the fuck is in that room, and for it to just be a cat. That's like, okay. But what I was telling Week here, when we first been into the show, I watched a YouTube video of somebody going through the opening of the show and how it's actually portrayed. And once you started talking about it and how it is actually portrayed, it's actually pretty impressive opening. You need to look like Lionel. You need to go back to the opening of the anime and actually start. Now that you've watched everything, now you have to see the opening and how they actually like little hints that are already did. Basically, the opening already put in some of the answers that we were asking ourselves in the anime without realizing it.
Yeah, this is coming from a guy who skips the openings.
Okay, fuck me. I don't take my fucking 1.5 minute live to watch every fucking goddamn opening. I'm trying to watch so many at one time.
Oh god.
I just saw the YouTube video because it interests me. Because this is a guy that dedicates himself to like the actual the openings and how some of them can be good or some of them can be just very bad.
Yeah. But that's all of spring, right?
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. Well, technically, yes, because My Hero Academia started
They started last week. They took a break.
Well, they started a few weeks ago.
That's true.
Or a while ago because
I think they're trying to
they were delayed.
Yeah, they started like in April.
Yeah, so they started late spring into the summer. It's usually about a 24-episode series anyways, or season.
In my opinion, I feel like when this season ends, the next week is when that movie's supposed to come out. I think that's what they're aiming for right now.
That'd be genius.
Yeah. And then Boruto and Digimon, that's just like full out.
Technically, Boruto started its new arc.
They're doing arcs.
Yeah.
Which Digimon's doing arcs. Also, right now, we're doing the arc of, I guess, like
The Secret of the Crest.
Yeah. So like they're constantly going. They're not seasons. So that's just kind of how those two are going.
Yeah. Well, what are we gonna talk about? Keep
Since
mentioning them, but
since My Hero Academia didn't do anything, this Saturday will be the new episode. So that one we won't be talking about on this episode.
Yeah.
I guess we could talk about the two that we already been watching before we get into like the new stuff.
Boruto.
Yeah, we can talk about Boruto because both episodes was mostly action.
Yeah. So last week was called Proof. This week is called the New Team 7.
Yes. So last week, it was just basically
All out action.
all out action.
Yeah, maybe a
Naruto,
minute of
Sasuke.
talking.
Yeah, like Naruto and Sasuke fighting.
Just like basically all it was like enough talk, now fight, and then just played music throughout the whole 30 minutes.
Basically, like the full 24 minutes of this episode, including this week's, was nothing but action. It was literally nothing but action.
Yeah.
This week's episode had a little bit more talking because of like certain jutsus that we never seen before, but other than that, it was straight action.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
thought
only
we were talking about their fight.
no.
Are you sure?
Last
Because-
week.
No, Naruto and Sasuke fight with him.
No. The week before that was Naruto
We must have
versus
because
Jigen.
we must have because I remember about talking about the sealing technique that he had to use on Naruto. I remember specifically talking about
That was last week.
That wasn't last week. Last week was Proof.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that one because we
Yeah,
took
but
that
you guys are
break.
talking about Naruto and Sasuke's
Oh my
fight,
God.
which you already talked
I want to pull
about.
this up and I want to prove to you you're wrong. Shit.
Oh no, proof was
Proof was
proof was just nothing but info.
Oh yeah.
fuck me.
Same
I'm
thing.
I paid attention to it just to find out what was going on, and then that was it.
Honestly, all you hear is this. You're just like, whatever.
But I mean, this is a very good breakthrough for Kawaki, though.
Yeah, he misses daddy.
Why can't you let a good character have his moments?
I am. A son misses his father, and the father misses a son. The son he never had.
Yeah, yes. Yes. Yes, Proof. This is what Shikamaru trying to be convinced that if the Kawaki is still not behind.
Look at me. I'm the captain now. That's all he did.
I mean, basically, without Naruto, he is the right hand man.
Oh yeah,
he's
he
the
would be
advisor.
taking over on everything.
He's
So
the advisor of the village, so yeah, he kind of is the captain.
Pretty much.
But honestly, the Team 7 in Kawaki is like, fuck you. We'll get Proof ourselves to show you Naruto's alive. And they go through that dimensional portal.
Yeah. Then they pretty much in the next episode. Essentially, all the next episode was just Kawaki's part of the team now. 4-man team. Let's do this.
yeah. So this week's it was basically a 4-man team. They were fighting against. You said his name was
Boro.
So we got to see two new jutsus. The Mist, which basically puts like a virus through the bloodstream,
Yes.
and then his lava style. It wasn't like your normal.
It was like acid sand.
That's Boro?
Yeah, that's Boro.
Lava style.
He did a lava. I don't exactly remember the exact jutsu, but it was lava style, and it looked like basically really hot sand.
Which,
I don't think that's been done before.
But the plot of this episode was Team 7 trying to save Naruto and take him out as basically the new Team 7.
yeah.
This episode was nothing but action, and besides the few talking, that was it. Of like the jutsus, you're not gonna get the Hokage and this, that, and the other. Really, the only thing that I thought was actually really cool was that Rasengan.
Oh, that, yeah.
That was like the animation was actually pretty cool because with Kawaki touching Boruto's back, it seemed like his chakra kind of went in through Baruto
Yeah.
because he started getting the red within the Rasengan. And
It wasn't his compressed Rasengan.
That was a whole new.
no,
It
this
was more
one
like a power up.
this one instead of doing the wind thing that we're so used to seeing, it was more of an explosion. It basically ripped it ripped him in half, and then he like regenerated.
Of course.
Basically,
Dragon Ball Cell style.
Yeah,
At this point, almost any Naruto.
or Piccolo,
Look, it just fucking.
however you want to put it. So he regenerated.
I'm not surprised.
The villain regenerated. Basically, at this point.
Oh wait, he already showed that off. Yeah, when he got sliced in half in the church, he already showed. He already showed that
Yeah.
skill.
I feel like all this episode was, in my mind, was just putting Kalaki as in the team and showing how Boro became like a. Would you call it a prophet?
Basically,
Yeah.
Like a savior, basically.
Well, saviors are basically like prophets.
Yeah.
They deem themselves that.
Yeah.
yeah. So he basically became that, this, that, and the other. They're at a standstill. So next episode, we'll see what happens. But I know there was an article about, as we're on Baruto, Naruto's new chakra form with 9 tails.
Oh no, we're not getting into that. Nope.
That's
No. End of discussion. Moving on.
I'm just
I
curious
know
on
what
how
you-
it's going to look in the animation. That's
I know, but I do not want to talk about it because I already fucking because the internet would not fucking shut up about it, and I don't want to fucking hear it. Moving on.
all right. So I guess Digimon.
yeah.
Last week's episode was called "The Vagrant War Demon Rebellion," and this week's episode was called "The Digimon School Under Attack."
I actually like the one with Rebellion. I don't know if you noticed or both of you noticed how the animation changed from that last one to this one.
Yeah, I noticed it.
It was a little like smooth and crisp, wasn't it?
Yeah, but did you also notice that it was
Yes.
Yes, works.
Ogremon?
It's implied that he's a reincarnation of Orgrimmon, but is it really him?
It has to be. He wouldn't have the memories if.
Again, implied, but is it really? It was never really. We never really got an answer to it.
It's probably not actually.
Even Agumon and Taichi at the end were like, was that really? Nah.
Well, because they're idiots.
Well, yes, but still, like.
I think it is just because
But then
he has the memories, and then he was just reincarnated as who he was.
I mean, it could be him because he also showed that that bracelet he also had on his horn. So it could be him. I didn't even think that was possible. Digimon reincarnated as a new one.
Well, when they die, they go back into an egg, and then they rehatch, and so on and so forth. They never truly die,
That's true.
as it was believed in the 90s, early 2000 Digimon. I forgot which Digimon it was, but that's the theory in that one. Now, this one, it's like you die completely kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
So it just comes to questions like, what happened to him, or like, what did he really just started off as Rebellion Mon?
yeah. I think that's what happened after what happened to him. I think he was just reincarnated as who he is now.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, that episode overall, it was good. Like animation was for some reason, like I don't know why it was just so special for them to ante up the animation, like making it look a little smoother and crisper. But I approve of it.
yeah.
All right.
I'll take more of that shit, please. I don't know if it was the same with the Mimi one.
The animation was still there. It definitely got an upgrade.
You can only tell that they improved the animation with the evolution. Honestly, that's all
Yeah.
I could tell.
Well, yeah, it's a mega evolution.
Well, like, what do you call it? The showing of the evolution, it honestly looks like a different studio, basically.
Oh yeah, no, they always do that. They always depending on what the director's looking for, like they usually ask like other studios like, hey, can you do this shit for us? It's like, we got you.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch. They already did. They already showed that up with War Greymons Mega. That was a completely different studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it that one was also like a major upgrade from everything else. But with this week's episode, it was about Mimi's adventure. Now Mimimon, because she had to be a Mon. She couldn't just be Mimi.
You can't be a human to get in this school. You have to be correct.
Yeah, so she went back to where she was considered at the beginning of the series a queen with all the Digimon. And when she got there, it turned into a school for Digimon. Basically a training school to get stronger and to Digi-evolve into their higher forms and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
This one was actually pretty funny because it's just the obstacle course and just everything that was going on.
Yeah. You know, out of nowhere, Tai Chi's there, just like, oh, when did you guys?
Yeah, the next day he's just there. It's like, why are you guys even doing anything? It's like you are already the first ones to do everything. Yeah, so they're there now, and then the school's attacked. I guess they've been having trouble for a while.
It is a little. I've noticed that. It is a little annoying that Taichi and Agumon just had to be on everybody's places, just for plot. And somebody pointed out in a comment I saw, it was like, not every fucking episode has to deal with Taichi and Agumon. Like, we can have an episode without them. I'm like, yeah, that's a good point. It can be a little annoying that they have to just show up on everything.
Yeah, with them just randomly being there.
There's a solution to that. Walk out the door. That's what they're saying to you.
What?
With Tai Chi not needing to show up every episode.
I don't get it.
You're fired. Go out that door.
So basically, they're there. The school gets attacked, and Mimi and Patamon basically were like, "Hey, we're gonna take care of it."
Wrong Digimon.
The plant.
There's so many names.
Well, I'm correcting.
I know, and I'm trying to remember the name at this point now. Hold on. Un momento, por favor.
So they fight the school dropout, the first ever dropout. But you got it?
Palmon.
There's a lot of them with the little P.
Yeah. So this one, Palmon basically goes into her super evolution, which is I'm not even gonna look up that. She basically goes in her super evolution to fight the first dropout, and the teacher was gonna step in, and Mimi was like, "No, we're gonna do this," and they do their mega evolution, which was Rosemon, which I'm actually happy they kept the name of this one because it just makes more sense. Because this was also the original name to the Mega Evolution in the original Digimon.
And yet Phoenixmon doesn't make sense for this
reboot. That one, I don't know. I'm just saying with this one, it makes more sense since she's basically a rose human.
Again, Phoenixmon is supposed to be a Phoenix.
Hey, take it up to the director of Digimon. Just like... You can also take it up with the writer because he probably rewrote the entire series too. So
I mean, yeah, it's a reboot. It's a reboot of the entire franchise.
But basically, she goes into her Mega Evolution, wins the day, and everyone's happy. Yep. Yay!
What are we missing? Friendship. Are we missing Izzy and Joe now? Are they the only ones?
Joe, we never got to see the Mega Evolution, but I think they have the ability to do it.
Just not yet.
Just because of what we saw at the end of the episode with his Digivice flashing or glowing for that brief second.
So yeah, it's just Izzy and Joe who's left?
I think it's just Izzy and Joe to actually see him.
Yeah.
I think Izzy is the next one because at this point everyone else has gone into their Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
So to actually see him, Izzy and Joe, but Izzy's probably the next one, and then we'll probably eventually get to see Joe. Yeah. Which I think Izzy should have been sooner, but because of plot, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with that one. You would have to see the episode to know which one I'm talking about.
Is that it for Digimon? Or?
Yeah, that's really about it. Next week, we'll actually...
Do you even want to cover Scarlet Nexus? I don't remember much about it.
I mean, we need to because I mean we're gonna get episode 3 here next week.
my memory for episode 2 is so messed up. Like, I know what happens at the end of it.
This is basically the one where Yuito, Nagi, Naomi, and Kasane they got their Baki fortune, and all theirs were bad except Naomi. So Naomi wraps him up. So like it's like, hey, you can share my luck. And this is where Kagero suggested about the capture the flag training.
Yeah.
And Sugumi won that because Arashi, being who she was, she didn't give a fuck. So Sugumi just all right, I win. What do I win? And then that's where we get to the subway request.
Yeah.
Cool. That's where episode 3 will start.
Basically, Naomi got shot. She became glass.
In the subway, there was too many others. They got overrun. Everything was going into chaos. And then, yes, Naomi protected Kasane by taking the bullet.
Because she saw the future.
Yes, she can see the future.
Honestly, it's kind of hard to say anything because like we've beaten the game. We know what happens.
Yeah, it is hard. It is hard to talk.
Because like both of us we beat Yurito's side. We're currently working on Kasane's. And God, I don't want to say too much.
Well, like when it comes to the second episode, I know where you guys are at because I'm way past that now. But it is hard not to go too much into detail because of the game.
I think we can both agree that the story was good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Except for a little nitpicks there and there, but like overall, it was good. So like if the anime just like does this thing and still follows through, it should still be fine. It's just gonna have a little extra scenes that the game doesn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna just put it a little bit more in light, and instead of playing it, you're just gonna be able to get to watch it.
Yeah.
And if you are playing the game, don't forget that since episode 2 is officially out, to follow Musubi's little hidden quest thing for the hidden code for episode 2 that you can look for.
It will be in every episode, not just episode 2.
Yeah.
But pay very close attention to every episode for that.
If you're playing
you start to play the game.
I actually like that. I actually like how they're doing it because not a lot of games or media in general has never really.
That just gets you to keep going back to playing the game because honestly, once I beat Kasane's side, aside from the codes, I'm not too interested in going back.
I mean, it depends on what the rewards are because we don't know. Each one will give you a reward. So far, the first reward was $1,000. Second reward, I need to after the show. I need to look into what is the fucking reward.
And then we'll make a note on the page about what they are too.
Yeah.
If we take a screenshot of each code, then we'll let you guys know what it is,
yeah.
or at least what the rewards are, because they're not going to give it to us on the website. We're not going to know it.
But yeah.
The only other anime I watched besides the other two that started their first episodes was Dragon Maiden Season 2. Because that one started. You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Because that's the only other one I could talk about. Since the other two wasn't working for me.
This episode from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is called A New Dragon, Ilulu, Please Be Nice to Her Again.
Why so long titles?
But this was a good episode. Right off the bat, we get a recap of everybody, and we're already off to our wacky nonsense.
Not the kind of recap where it takes up the whole episode, thank God.
It was like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was just a recap of the names, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, just letting you know just reminding you every dragon, who's there, who's not there.
Why they're there. And then we get into the episode, which the new dragon is like...
There's Ilulu. Please agree with me. There's something about her body proportions that it's like.
Yeah, her body proportions. Yeah. Let's also talk about her attack, her charge up attack. What glows with her charge up attack, Ghostblade? do you want to tell the whole class what her body does when it charges up?
No, FBI's right outside the door.
FBI.
I'm good. I'm not saying shit.
Oh my God.
It's that bad.
Y'all need to chill.
And this is already the new dragon right off the bat. This is already the new dragon, and we're already into this shit. I'm like, all right, we're off to a great start.
I thought Austin Powers was bad with that type of power, but now I've seen worse. Super Saiyan.
Like, how did you expect it to be any worse?
I think he was just caught off guard. I was definitely caught.
And then not even her, our main dragon maid that we follow.
Toru.
Her clothes practically almost get ripped off.
Of course, that's normal.
Which yeah, but then she's also working now.
Well, she
as
quit.
a cook, but she quit.
Yeah. The first half of the episode, she wanted to try out the maid cafe just
because she wanted to challenge who's the best maid.
And yeah, she first started out as the head chef without realizing it. It's like, oh my god, I haven't even done any maid shit. Why am I cooking?
And then
I quit.
Before she left, she taught everybody satanic rituals.
Which is funny. That shit was.
Yes. This is a topping. Yes, it's going to make your food even better. Everyone loves it.
Yes.
I don't trust this.
But she still ate it. Kobayashi still ate that shit.
Well, she still ate it. Well, it was funny because she was like, "Is this safe to eat?" Yes, everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Kana-chan being Kana-chan, as usual. There's nothing you can say about her. It's who she is.
Yeah.
That was basically the whole episode.
Except for the ending. I feel bad for humanity.
With Fafnir.
Fafnir got banned.
The extinction of the jeopardy of humanity is in jeopardy. Save yourself. I mean, if I was in his position, I'd be, I'd be pissed too.
Well, like he wasn't even like his reaction wasn't even mad. He just got up and walked.
He did like the most.
And then his friend was like,
"Well, yeah,
bro,
his reaction was basically his life was shattered."
Humanity will be extinct. The Hakkais are coming.
So
I'm already scared for the next episode preview.
It already started off strong.
Oh,
we're scared.
We forgot the new dragon turn. Miss Kobayashi.
That's why I'm scared for the next episode.
Yeah.
And because of the title, it's like Hot Guy Kobayashi. I'm like, oh god, she turned him into a man.
And also doesn't help the end of the episode. She was like, "What is this?"
It's a. Can I say it?
No, you can't. We won't be just demonetized if you say it. Our channel will be deleted.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why we're having such a hard time.
Basically,
saying
magic
parts.
voodoo gets involved, and yeah.
Massive sausage.
That's
probably as clean as it's going to get.
That is honestly the most PG.
So on the last two animes, it'll be these guys since I was having issues with Funimation.
Don't worry, we got you. What do you want to start with?
And y'all can talk about that.
We can talk about Vanitas.
Okay, this episode of Vanitas is called "In the Events of Rusty Hope."
Also, give out the full title since it is the first.
The case story of Vanitas. That's the full title.
Yeah.
That one should be easy.
Well, you can't just say Vanitas.
That would be the one that people will remember. That's right. But yeah,
we'll call it Vanitas from now on. But yeah, we introduced the first new anime of summer.
What?
The first new.
Yes, it's the new summer anime, which already right off the bat, I already like the setting.
It starts off strong.
With this, I already like the setting and time period of the Victorian. If I'm right, that is a kind of time period would be. Yes.
The steampunk era, yeah.
That's not really steampunk. I don't really see it as steampunk.
The airship tells me steampunk with how it's designed.
I could see that, but until I see more of that contraption kind of technology, I'm just gonna say Victorian.
Yeah.
Especially because of the steampunk technically also has to say.
You can't fight me.
Well, I mean, when there's also another proof. Vanitas in one of the sentences, he was like 1500th century.
Yeah.
So that's more of like the Victorian kind of era.
Yeah. So
don't quote me on that. I don't fucking know my history that well, but just from the looks of it, it really looks cool. So this is basically an anime about vampires, but it's actually already starting off good, like actually interesting vampires.
It grasps you.
Yeah, it grasps you because I don't usually get into vampires, but when it's done right, it's done right.
Yeah, because most of the time vampires is always the same.
Yeah. So the premises of this anime, there's this vampire named Vanitas who was already already discriminated from the rest of the vampires because he's like the black sheep already right off the bat. because apparently there's two types of vampires, or no, there's one type. Usually vampires are born from like the crimson blood moon. That's what they're usually like. That's the normal. But Vanitas somehow ended up like being born out of the light of a blue light moon, and then that's when people were already afraid of him. They discriminate him.
Yeah.
They just kicked him off the whole thing. So Vanitas seeked revenge on the ones who did him wrong by putting.
Oh, scared me. I forgot that was out there. I can't reach that. Keep going. I'll talk.
But with that happening, Vanitas basically Vanitas put a curse on everyone who has done him wrong, and he swore to destroy all of vampire kind by putting on a curse that would basically remove remove their true name, because a vampire has a true name that is everything to them. A vampire's true name in this anime is like it's their whole life. It's like literally what defines them. So like for a curse to take away that name, they get corrupted and turn into a monster.
Yeah.
And so we come into this present time period for the main protagonist, Noel, who was he was sent to Paris because he was looking for the Book of Vanitas in the first place, so that just for research that he wanted to do from his teacher. And right off the bat, we're already seeing the effects of what happens when a vampire loses his true name. They become the symptoms of showing like very cold, black blood, and their hunger for blood just like intensifies, because usually a vampire is usually able to sustain their hunger for blood easily, but with this curse, it becomes impossible. So they just they go on a rampage.
Yeah.
Yes, anything you would like to?
No, you pretty much covered it.
I'm just rambling though. Like I hate.
You pretty much covered it. Like.
Yeah, because I like to be detailed, but I can be overly detailed sometimes.
Yeah, you have.
You see you.
Shut
up.
Other than the guy with the book is like just pure comedy gold.
Yes, he's already this new Vanitas, who already has the Book of Vanitas.
Oh, okay.
This new Vanitas, who already has the Book of Vanitas, he basically claimed himself to be a doctor, and he, besides the first Vanitas who wants to destroy all vampire kind, the new one wants to save all of vampire kind by curing them of this curse and actually finding them their true names so that they don't go into a rampage anymore.
Yeah.
And so that's where this journey starts, with Noel and Vanitas and any other vampires that need saving. Sure.
That's pretty much the whole episode, isn't it?
I mean, unless you want to mention the cat.
Muff.
How do you even say Muff?
Muff.
That's so weird.
But you good? I
Yeah.
pretty much don't have anything to add. That's
Yeah,
it.
no.
So the other anime that's summer edition is how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom, and this episode's called "First Begin with a Hero." I'm just gonna start off the bat, and I called this before the memes came out. This is a solid, like, copy of the beginning of the Rising of the Shield Hero, because the main guy talks about how shitty his life is. He goes to a library to search for a book for his education, and then he touches the one magical book, and then he gets, bam, teleported by, like, people doing, like, some kind of a ritual summon. There's memes about it. I'll send it to you. But, like, it is literally frame by frame. He's landing the same way the Shield Hero does it. The book drops. It's literally the same thing, but it still is good. But, yeah.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's still original. And so far, I mean, it does look to be already original.
I mean, it's more politics than what Shield Hero
yeah, because this actually, even though this is a standard isekai anime, for those of you that do know that genre so far,
Yeah.
which you should know by far, it's like almost the majority of the anime so far is a isekai. basically the premises of the so-called hero, he doesn't really want to fight. He just wants to like deal with management of the kingdom. But right off the bat, while helping the old king, trying to fix their problems, the old king basically already declared him the new king of the kingdom that he got put into right off the bat. And he already put an engagement for his daughter to be engaged for him. But he wasn't. But he.
Well, how else is he going to stay royal blood?
Noted.
Yeah.
But they already canceled the engagement because he wasn't about that. Soma. Yeah, that was. Yeah. I was trying to get your name. Soma. Fuck me. But this one it's funny so far. Like I already like the way it's going. It's like I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to be any savior. I just want to fix this kingdom. And then what did he say he was like? He eventually he wants to drop being the king because that's just
because he knows he needs to be the king for like the politics, getting them out of debt, and that's it. I doubt he's going to like drop out being king because I feel like something's going to happen. But
of course, something's going to happen.
Yeah,
we already got the other kingdoms already looking interested in him and actually like challenging his power and might.
Yeah.
So this is the world. For a little clarity, I guess we should define the world. This is a world where humans, elves, dwarves, and dragon newts all lived in
and demons.
Well, demons are the enemy.
Well, they're the enemy, but they're still there.
Well, they show up later, but the premise is that these race of people, they've all lived peaceful and prosperity in this one continent with all their countries and all that, but yada yada. About 10 years ago, demons just started popping out of nowhere from their demon realm, just like every other isekai needs to have a fucking demon lords and demons.
Yeah.
So they pop out of nowhere and they already start like annihilating most of the country. And they already take up a huge part of the continent, like at the north side.
Is that Mickey Mouse? What the?
Talk to the female.
Okay.
Yes, our toaster makes Mickey. Or to be more weeb, lucky emblems. This is basically a country where the demon realm, the demon lord's domain is what has claimed out most of the continent, and they're just fighting back.
Yeah.
But really, the only one who's fighting back is the second largest continent or country, the Grand.
I don't remember how they said it.
The Grand Chaos Empire. There we go. The Grand Chaos Empire is the one who's doing most of the fighting, but they require financial aid from the other countries so they can keep fighting. And so they've been on a deadlock for this entire time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's everything.
Well, before we get to that, we gotta wait for the woman.
Why?
Because she wants to see it.
Of course she wants to see it. She likes seeing
pain. So here in a few minutes, we're waiting on my other half. Mm-hmm. We'll be doing the little Nitro gummy bear challenge.
Oh, you guys are gonna die.
Yeah. But anything else towards the animes?
Nagatoro. That's right.
Yeah, we want to. So me and Ghostplay, we watch a side anime, just for fun, just not to take it seriously because it's not meant to take seriously. Like, Don't Toil with Me, Miss Nagatoro. It's a 12 episode. We waited 12 weeks for a peck on the cheek. Was it worth it? I say yes.
Yes, because there's still more to show later on.
I do love the memes about it. You were afraid of this meme. Of
the
Nagatoro.
One with her white skin?
Yeah, so like...
Of course I am. It's not natural.
So, the main thing... for those who don't know, when was this? Was this the first or second episode of Nagatoro?
Of what?
Of like this controversy. So, when the show started, there was this whole controversy about a colored girl making fun of white people, but someone pointed out in the comics that's her tan. Like, she goes tanning all the time because of her swim meet. So, people were... Like, they quickly reverted back to all of it because Nagatoro is really white, but she just has extreme tans because she's on the swim team. And, later, close to the end, they memed it with Nagatoro's original skin color that she looks like an albino.
I was gonna say, like, even if her natural skin is white, like her design,
eyes and
her design overall, it just does not match. Like, she definitely does not look like a white girl. Even though if it is just tan from the sun, like it does not match. It does not work. So just seeing that overall, it's just like already freaking me out. I'm like, yeah, no, this is just not work. But for a little recap, it was a 12 episodic episode. Each
dub is halfway through if you're waiting on dub.
Yeah, each episode has 2 chapters. Like, they're basically just meant to be like little fun. It's a fun, wholesome comedy.
There's a lot of funny Easter eggs. My favorite's the Dragon Ball one with the fusion.
Yes, the fusion. That's it.
But yeah, I would say watch it. We're currently watching another show on the side. I don't know if you want to say it or wait till that show's over.
Girlfriend.
I guess we can say it. Yeah, we're watching
Well,
Girlfriend.
yeah, I already saw a clip of it, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta watch this eventually. It's really fun.
So that's it for me. You ready to die?
Almost. One other anime to mention that's already kind of done, and if you want to watch it, you can. Is that All I Need Is a Sister?
Oh my god!
But so what makes this one? So what makes this one more enjoyable is that it's actually adults. So there's a lot of
100% adult anime, but it's not the sauce anime.
Yeah, it's not the sauce, but
I
definitely.
figured from the name alone, I would already be sauce.
Well, I watched it all already in dub.
I'm like 3 episodes from being done.
Yeah, in dub, it is not meant to watch in public because of some of the things they say is really messed up.
Yeah. So it's definitely a great anime. Sub and dub is already done. If you just want to watch something, and just kind of go with it. So
we're gonna start the Lil Nitro One Bear Challenge. So
that's it for the episode. So we're about to. Me and Weekly is about to do the challenge, which is a little Nitro.
Basically, what this thing on the Skolas scale is 9,000 Skolas.
9 mil.
9 mil. Sorry. So me and Lionel was going to do it.
900 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper.
Can I say it now?
Say it. I know you want to say it.
Vaya con Dios. God be with you.
We've been quoting Fluffy too much for this.
No.
God, I'm gonna be in pain the next few days.
You got 911 speed dial? Just in case.
You're not the only one, man. So it even comes with a little challenge deal.
Yes.
You're gonna barely see it here. Let me.
Yeah, you can hold the sticker. Basically what it is we take the gummy bear. We have 30 seconds to chew the gummy bear, and once the 30 seconds is up, then we have 5 minutes to endure the pain without drinking anything.
Ari wants it.
Yeah, no, you're not getting this. This has been sitting in a box with a really hot edible.
So before you ask, yes, we have safety stuff. We have milk and we have Mickey Mouse toast.
Hey, Overlord, man. He knows all.
Yeah.
His magic will protect them.
So I am sorry about the deal. I was trying to get it to where you guys could read it, but it was out of focus.
We'll post pictures up on this.
We'll post pictures of like the box of what they say and everything.
Let me get the timer up.
Yeah, so you get the timer. I'm gonna leave Facebook up so we can see the comments.
I'm gonna get the 5 minutes up if
I'm gonna leave the mic or the headphones off on this.
What?
Can you get the 30-second timer up? Because I can't swap between the two of them fast enough. Just give me 30 seconds. So let's try not to touch this with our hands. We're gonna try to put this in our mouth with this because we did not have gloves. Because
so
we cannot touch our face with this. Basically, COVID rules with this.
Yeah, so basically with this, because of how hot it is, you cannot touch this with your bare hands and then touch your face. If you touch this with your bare hands,
we have to go to the hospital, essentially.
Basically, or you have to wash your hands probably about 20 times before you can touch your face.
30 seconds.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm taking off my hat because I already know I'm going to be burning. Tears are going to happen.
So 30 seconds of chew?
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes without any of the
I'll
supplements?
start the 5 minute.
So we're gonna try and last 5 minutes, but
It's to see whoever's the true man.
Don't hurt yourself, guys.
oh, with this already being at 9 mil, this is already gonna be brutal enough.
Smell it, man. Holy
Hell no. You dumbass, you never smell.
Yeah, if you smell it, you already become more discouraged to do it.
Okay.
God, did you almost drop it? Oh my god.
If
If it touched the floor, did he still have to eat it?
yes.
He better.
But how would he pick it up?
He's going to be like a puppy.
Say when or count down.
You ready?
So as soon as we just pop it in, start the timer for 30 seconds.
Yep.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
30 seconds. Oh god, we already got results. Oh my god, gotta chew it. 15 seconds.
So I can definitely tell you, do not let this touch your tongue when you start doing it.
5 seconds. All right, that's it for 30. See if we can last 5 minutes without the supplements.
It hurts to breathe.
You're very calm though. Like what the fuck? I know you're very spicy tolerant, but like you have like no reaction whatsoever. Compared to this guy over here, fucking jumping around here.
Oh, God. I regret this. This was my idea.
It's okay.
I don't care if we get demonetized now. Oh, God, I just swallowed spit. That was terrible.
Hey, away from the toast. Not for you.
Definitely don't lick your lips. The challenge is 5 minutes.
5 minutes is a long time.
Which feels like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it feels like it's gonna feel
I'm
like
so badly holding back tears.
I doubt you'll be.
Oh my God, hold me, please.
No, don't get your breath on me. I don't
I'm
want.
definitely drooling.
I'm.
Fuck it. I'm done.
Can't do it.
Lionel's at 3 minutes. I gotta go longer.
Which is how instantly that started burning my mouth now. I couldn't go any further.
Oh my God, I'm holding back tears. I can do it. I'm a man. I'm a man. I made halfway. Oh.
No, I can't.
Oh no.
Well, you sweating?
I'm sweating and drooling out of my nose. Oh my God. Woo! Ow, that hurt. Nah, I can do it.
God, your spit.
2 minutes. That's either spit or sweat or tears. Oh my God, this hurts. Oh. I can do it.
Can you?
He already lasted this long. Might as well go all the way.
1 minute, 30 seconds left.
Oh yeah, he might as well at this point.
If I hurt myself, I ignore my pain.
Okay. I don't know who taught you that, but
It's working. Oh.
you need a pinch? Pinch your...
Please do.
No, your stomach.
Oh.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
You alive? You still alive? All right, well, Lionel is still alive. He's still with us. So, little episode over there.
Oh. What's the song for Big Bang Theory? Soft kitty, little kitty, oh bonfire. Oh my God.
25 seconds. Come on, boy.
$15 seconds. I can do it. I can do it.
Can you?
10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't drunk it all the way. Trust me.
No, that shit. That ship has sailed.
I did it. Oh my God.
So weekly you won.
Woo! Ow.
I suggest not screaming or talking for a couple days.
Oh God. My throat still hurts, but.
Well, that'll be the end of the episode. So, as always, I'm Lionel.
I'm Ghostblade.
I'm in a lot of pain.
And catch us next Thursday at 8 p.m. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see y'all next week.